We're here with Scott Williams today, guitarist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, going through his guitar picks. Okay, Pride and Joy, Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
What more can you say?
Exactly. He was incredible. One of the few Strat cats that I'm really heavy into. I know a lot of guys play Stratocasters. I've had Stratocasters. Buddy Holly played one. Jimi Hendrix played one. Clapton, Stevie Ray. I mean, the list goes on and on. But, I mean, the stuff that Stevie Ray could do with one. He was heavily influenced by Hendrix, but in my opinion, he was, and I'd probably make some people mad, but I think he was more tasteful than Hendrix. I really do. Mm-hmm. Especially like his last album before he died, mainly because by then he cleaned himself up, he'd gotten off the drugs and everything, and his playing just really came to life as opposed to before when he was on everything. Mm-hmm. But that's one that I have done. I don't do currently in our show because our show is more of a straight country thing. Yeah. But I've played in bands before that we done the song, and it was just it's one I have to use overdrive on pretty much. Okay. And let's see here if I can let it roar in real bad. I mean, I remember the first time I heard it. I was right out of high school, and I was working for a security company. Quite a way to make money. But I was working midnight shift, sitting out somewhere, middle of the night, had the radio on, and it's early 80s. You know, the kind of stuff that was on the radio in the early 80s. And then all of a sudden, here comes over the radio in the middle of the night. That just got me. It really got me. And I remember one night I was riding around with a buddy of mine. He says, "Let me put this tape in. Let me let you hear this." And that was when I finally found out who that was. And I ended up reaching over, jerking the tape out of the console there. Who is that? You know, I had to find out so I could go to the record store and get into some of his stuff because, I mean, it was just tremendous.
We're here with Scott Williams today, guitarist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, going through his guitar picks. And we're to Run Through the Jungle, Creedence Clearwater Revival, John Fogerty, lead guitarist.
Well, they were known as swamp rock back then. A lot of people thought they were from Louisiana when they were from California. Mm-hmm. But they just had a real ominous tone on a lot of their stuff. And a lot of the things that Fogerty done on the guitar, he was playing a guitar that was tuned down a whole step. In other words, if it was a song that he had written, what's the best way to explain it? Just detuned a whole step. That way, if he was hitting an E, it sounded more like a D, except just in a different position. And Run Through the Jungle was one of those. And he had that tremolo going. He was big on Dwayne Eddy too. But it just had that. That was a song about Vietnam, if I remember correctly. It was always hard to understand some of the lyrics on his songs because sometimes his pronunciation and it might get lost in the mix a little bit. But just overall, their music, Proud Mary is obviously a classic. Green River's a great song. But he did sound like somebody right out of the swamp, though. Mm-hmm. Kind of like Jerry Reed when he sang. He sounded very swampy. Just the pronunciations and the certain emphases. Yeah, there we go. I talk real good. But
are you from the swamp, too?
I may be. If not, I need to go back. But Run Through the Jungle and Born on the Bayou, which was another cool Creedence song, just pretty much all the way through. just one chord all the way through. There's no real chord progression. I remember one time I was playing in a band. Let's do Born on the Bayou. Cool. What are the chords? E7. Okay, what else? Just E7. Just stay in it. There is a couple of quick D and an A and then back to the E7. That's it. The song, I can just see a dance floor filling up to it. You know, because I mean, it just had a funky groove going on, which I can imagine when it came out. Was it 68, 69? Well, Born on the Bayou, if I remember correctly, was early 69. Run Through the Jungle was 70. At that time, there was a lot of psychedelic things going on. And then that sounded really almost back to the roots. I mean, I can just, like I say, I can just see a dance floor filling up because it just had that cool, funky groove going on.
We're here with Scott Williams today, guitarist from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, going through his guitar picks. Okay, Blue Smoke, Merle Travis.
That's just more of that finger picking thing. Lord, that song, it's just a freewheeling thing. The version that I've got a couple of versions on CD, but one that he done on electric guitar, he's just, I mean, I can just envision in my mind's eye a freight train careening down a mountain track out of control, just the way he's just carrying it on, you know. And there's no way I can do that one either, but I mean, it's just that's just another one of those things that I wish I could play, and after all these years, I don't think it's ever going to happen, and I maybe resign myself to it. But I do throw in some of Merle's style in a lot of what the band does. We do a version of Wildwood Flower that I'll throw in a little Travis picking. Windy and Warm, that Doc Watson, I think he had the more popularity with it. Other people have recorded it, but he done it too. It's the in the Travis Adkins style, you know, it's just kind of a... stuff I play around the house as much as anything. I don't get a chance to do it as much on stage. One, I'm not that good at it, and two, it don't fit into every song. I use a flat pick, but I also use my fingers. It's what's commonly known as hybrid picking. Just just using the flat pick down here, and then occasionally hitting the other strings with my finger, with a fingernail. Right now I need to clip back a little bit, but you can do the Atkins style picking, the finger style picking like that, because some guys are like me, they can't use a thumb pick convincingly. I know I sure can't, but I can do. That's just using the other digits, keeping them busy too, you know.